Aya tutandikire mu lupapula lwa New Vision, olupapula lwa government olufuluma buli lunaku ate nga lwa Lungereza.
Kale olupapula luno lwa The New Vision olufuluma mu Lungereza lwali lukobye luti ku muko ogusooka bawandise ku bye Makerere hikes entry points. You can see government admission lists out students students to compete for 73 courses. In the New Vision, on the front page, Museveni's most workaholic minister, Judith Nabakova, is shown here giving out 1,614 free Maryland titles to Kagadi residents. Besides her is Mr. Barnabas Tinkasimire, the Honorable of Buyaga West. It is the first time that government thinks of Maryland titles to Bunyoro. But Nabakova here on the front page, Shafi can show you, is doing what she does best. I think I've said it often and always that I'm impressed with Nabakova's performance. She's a woman you read about in the field all the time. And not in the field, Kuliabulam, there are those you hear about all the time. They're on the plane, left, right, center. I've not had Nabakova fly out of the country. Maybe I just don't know when she flies out. But most of the time,
she's always on the ground.
Yeah, concentrating around here. Is in Bunyoro, is in Weya, is everywhere.
And is
moving around. One thing I don't know, she has deliberately avoided Busoga. I don't know.
I don't think it's deliberate.
I've not seen her.
No, what I think it's work in progress. I've seen her in almost all regions of Uganda, but I'm sure soon she will now embark.
No, Busoga has a lot of unregistered land. The Basoga have their land owned as Chirowa Kuchirowa. You know that? You see that land there? From Uvule tree through the mango tree, nearby Omukoko, come to Omusita, that's my land, and that's all. You understand?
Her minister, I think, is trying to streamline that. That's why we have a Kagadiawade freehold titles, Eliabantu, Saidio. Yeah, so I think it's work in progress. Just rest assured that she will be there soon.
No, she's doing a good job, and she's
very good job she's doing.
Nabakova.
Webale mwanyinaze mama Mityana.
Gwe mwanyoko.
Hey, mwanyinaze mama Mityana.
Gwe mwanyoko.
Mwanyinaze ate mama Mityana.
Ngamba mko.
Jambo honorable webale kuwereza abantu.
Nabakova looks very beautiful here. And,
a very hard working minister. Mwanyinaze webale okoze bulungi nnyo.
I love her work ethic, really. I think she's one of the few, I think with another one, who, Nankabirwa. There are people who know their work. Your work is mostly here, not elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Fraud-free land titles underway, says Minister Mayanja. Government plans to improve the security features in our land titles to make sure that no one else can forge it. This comes after discovery that fraud is on the increase. Crisis at universities as over 1,400 programs expire. A list of courses here that have expired. Those of you who did Simanyi Floriculture, studying flowers, MDD, Simanyi what course, those courses have expired. They can no longer be studied from now onwards. There are very many courses here.
I think I need to read more, and I think also National Council for Higher Education has to come out and explain. For example, but some of the courses never on popular
1,000.
Yes, but again, here Daily Monitor is listing some of these expired courses and saying Bachelor of Education, Secondary Science.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You can't say it's expired.
That's expired now. It can no longer be Bachelor of Education Science. It is now Bachelor of Education and Management. So whatever you study there, whether it sounds, because it's not about science, it's about Bachelor of Education and Management. What does that mean? Long before you are born, you would study and graduate as a teacher. If you wanted to become a head teacher, you'd go back for another postgraduate diploma that would elevate you to now have opportunity and ability to manage. Now, today, the way we come out ready. I can go straight to class as a classroom teacher. I can also straight on take on the duty of being a head teacher
okay,
or even doing other jobs. At my level, I even qualify to be an undersecretary in the Ministry of Education.
Bachelor of Education, Secondary Business Studies. Okay, okay, now it's understandable.
So now
what about Bachelor of Education, Primary?
Bachelor of Education, it is now Bachelor of Education. How? They are removing primary.
It is here. Bachelor of Education, Primary. Bachelor of Education, Secondary, in bracket Arts. That's what I'm saying. They need to come
they
out
need to explain, really. They need to explain. But my friends who study the courses which are not clear, Simanyi Bachelor of Flowers, Bachelor of Simanyi because of it, music, drama, bichia.
A lot is not clear. So Simon, I will implore you to read, to look at those courses afterwards, because I don't know.
These are
Bachelor of Dental Surgery, and you say it is expired.
It can be Bachelor of Medicine to cover all that.
But why?
You come out as a doctor.
But why?
A doctor, we don't say doctor. For us, you come out as a doctor. But anyway, like you said, there is a need for explanation by, I think, the National Council for Higher Education that accredits. Skale, 20 officials have been implicated in PDM money scandals. 3 government officials charged, remanded over 526 PDM cash. They show here one Mr. Ariemo, no one I think led Ariemo, Lakwonyero and Msisinde Dok during their bail application, the anti-corruption court, PDM money. You know, when you say parish development model, it can also be personal development money. It's the same abbreviations. Parish development model, personal development money. Both can work. Kale, Uganda pays tribute to Ambassador Klaus. Political parties get up for Bukedea Oyam by-elections as the National Resistance Movement agrees to front a woman, the acting vice chairperson of the district, to run that district. And I have no doubt in my mind that the woman who I wish very well to see in leadership will win this election. Oyam LC5, no, Bukede LC5, and Oyam North Parliamentary. Oyam LC5, please, people of Bukedea, vote for my mother. I want this woman to lead. I've had a lot of faith in women leadership because women are less corrupt, they are focused, they are concentrated. So give the opportunity to the woman. Aha, finally, the massage parlor reveals its clients. The parliamentary massage parlor, we now see the video. Members of parliament had Nakabuye Kakande and Haj, see Haj, Mumali. Baba na baba Furumiza. Bumali Mpindi, Independent NRM leaning, and the woman MP is Nakabuye.
That's Masaka City.
Kakande. Like I said the other time, whoever knows Honorable Nakabuye Kakande, I read my number, I hope you captured it.
Yes.
Let her call me for, I mean, what can I do? Just counseling. So I want to talk to her. Honorable Nakabuye Kakande, I'm looking for you. Because for us, we have better heads. Very soft heads to touch, not those hard heads of Umpindi and the others. Kale, Katonga Bridge collapse, a reminder to apply NRA revolutionary methods. Writes Farouk Chirunda, the Deputy Presidential Press Secretary of Mr. Yoweri Museveni, says yes. It is a catastrophe that told us that A, you may not use modern technology to solve every problem, use revolutionary methods. On page 18 of the new vision, is a full coverage of the 10 Eastern dioceses that are going to lead, and those that have been constructing the amphitheater at Namugongo. This year, find time to pass by the Anglican site, where there are a lot of developments. 10 bishops behind the construction of the amphitheater are here. Bishop Nanda, Bishop Aisu, Bishop Masaba, Bishop Gidudu, Bishop Abura, Bishop Wakula, Bishop Odong, Bishop Okui, Bishop Egesa, and finally, the man himself, the Reverend Samson Paul Naimane. Read page 10 of the New Vision, and about 40,000 pilgrims are expected to celebrate on June 3rd in the new 13 billion amphitheater. The place is looking new, very beautiful. Pass by and see what's there. I will be in Namugongo. I don't know whether Adam will find time, but I will be in Namugongo. Be sure you'll find me there, either among the ushers or on abnormal elevation among the preachers. Please come to Namugongo and Nachiyanja, the Anglican site. Kilaje Aji to Fight Poverty, that's page 40. Bishop Wakula, the Bishop Sent of Busoga Diocese, Reverend Patrick Wakula, and his wife, Mama Florence, are here. Come and see what they are doing. Good celebrations here. Mackay University and Mobsad Missions, yeah, a whole list is here. And then the twists and turns in the murder of the late Najirinya. Get a copy of today's New Vision and read for yourself. See how MP Lulume Baiga does his gigs on page 50. Kali, the New Vision has a lot for you. Get a copy and get back to me after.
Kali, abalenyo. Sir Simon Mianga, tugende mu Daily Monitor, lupapula lw'Olungereza nalwo olw'obwannannyini lufuluma buli lunaku. Olukulembeza ggulire ki?
Dene.
Ugandan degrees rejected abroad.
We have everything fake, including our degrees.
Come again?
We have everything fake, including those degrees.
Even the degrees are fake.
You have just told me Ugandan degrees rejected abroad.
You don't have to repeat it, for heaven's sake.
No.
So what is this nonsense about?
That's now.
You started from primary, secondary, you go to the university, which universities have programs which are accredited by the National Council for Higher Education.
Yes.
After completing, your degree is regarded as fake.
Yes. We are reaping the effects of Mr. Museveni's too much freedom. You know, when they said this Uganda is a free country, everyone is free to do what they want, people did not look at the effects. The effects that everybody came with whatever they had to do whatever they wanted in their own way, in whichever way they wanted. So you find a degree. I'm fine, would have also found. I am a teacher, and I've had people doing this thing of journalism, for example, journalism and media studies. You go someplace and they're calling it journalism and media studies, and then when you go there, diploma in radio production, diploma in TV production, diploma in news writing and reporting, diploma in... But this is the whole thing. When I went to study journalism, I studied all these things together. You cannot come out as a journalist. So what they do in some institutions I hear, you go and study a diploma in radio production. Then you come out. If you want to know about something, about TV, you go back and say diploma in television production.
In news writing.
Then diploma in digital media and Simanyuwa. But this is mass, it's media. It's journalism, it's media, it's mass communication. Mass communication and all these ones that you have.
Because
you know, now I even see in Makere, even now they have removed the corporate public relations from journalism.
Yes.
But so was all
now they are doing actually a masters of strategic communication.
That's how corporate simanyi because of it. And then another in journalism. And then another in mass communication. Now even no be people are simply looking for who
accredits these programs? Unless if you're telling me that the programs are not accredited.
Those accrediting are simply looking for ways of making money. The universities are also looking for ways of making.
So the National Council for Higher Education is also finding avenues of making money?
That's it.
Really?
That's it. That's what the problem is. The universities are trying to attract everyone to have at least something to do. So what they do, if they find that you think that you can say, mass communication, one wants to remove one thing and say, okay, mass communication is very hard. Yes, you can.
So they pick a course unit and they call it a course.
Which is attractive. Because these days many people who watch us on TV and listen to us on radio are all craving to come and study journalism. I want to be like Adam. I want to be like, so they say if you want to be like Adam, you start the television production. When they hear Miyanga on radio, you do radio production. Not when you do this, you are like Miyanga. You know Miyanga does radio and he has also done TV. So they think that these were different courses. This is the whole package. We'll go back to normal.
So I think
if you refuse to change, change
will change.
Changes.
How do you relate that to the president, for example? Because you started with him.
That Dembele Museveni.
So a Dembele related no, but I think if we have institutions, Sir Simon.
Like which one?
We've just talked about the National Council for Higher Education, which is responsible for approving these programs and licensing these institutions of higher learning.
Now the National Council for Higher Education on the spot come out and explain to us the expiry of the 1,400 courses. National Council for Higher Education should also explain to us what do you mean when they say Ugandan degrees rejected abroad. Who to blame? Do we blame the universities? Do we blame the National Council for Higher Education? Or the Ministry of Education? Who, you know these things, they say National Council for Higher Education is independent, is autonomous.
Yes.
The Ministry of Education also supervises a different thing. When you get to primary education, that's what local governments can supervise. When you come to secondary education, local governments don't touch. Total rubbish. Absolute disorganization.
I agree.
But the only hope I have is that when we come to government, we'll reorganize some of this.
When FDC comes to government, but FDC has tried so many times to come to government and it has not been successful, unfortunately.
Not FDC for now. We'll change this one with the transitional government of MK.
You'll change the status quo?
Yeah.
With MK?
Because the thing we are going to tell MK
who is the presidential advisor?
The only way MK can
you know last time you actually surprised me when I told you that MK ali mu government. Yes, is an officer named Wabuzi wa President Museveni. Nongati omwana wabule chitawo. Yes, when you are an advisor, a presidential advisor.
Advising who? Advising who?
He's a presidential advisor.
A man whose name tells that is a citawala advisor. But do you people think? And again you say you're a presidential.
But he has the advisors, over 100 plus.
That's a contradiction.
No, but you have the advisor.
His name is Tawaburu, and then you say he has presidential advisors.
So there are no presidential advisors.
Welfare officers.
No. Going by the known titles. For example, General Moses Kainerugaba is a senior presidential advisor in charge of special operations.
Advisor to who?
President. President. Is a presidential
you mentioned the names of the president now because he's not an advisor of a coming president. He's an advisor of the current one. So he's a presidential advisor to?
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Tibuhaburwa.
Very good. Nayo baba ntonte bagala kulowooza. Ze ndyeroza nebimpe nebula kati nganyala kufuna mirembe ze ko stress ze byobufuzi. I want to have peace. That's why.
But for you don't want to accept
reality. Stress ze byobufuzi. Nechi bali mu ngalo temukiraba mulaba kirwa. The man is called Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa. And then you say then what are presidential advisors doing? What can presidential advisors do to Tibuhaburwa?
You said they're called what?
Those are welfare officers. Welfare job.
Kamale Mirundi. Welfare officer.
Welfare officer.
Full figure.
Welfare officer.
Butcherman.
Welfare officer.
General Muhozi.
Next president.
Welfare officer.
Wow. Oh, that one is a mentoring job to mentor. Mentoring job. So,
okay, kale tweyogereyo ne Daily Monitor back gwanga lino. Kale Bank of Uganda boss rallies chevening alumni to change Uganda. Kale foreign universities reject Ugandan degrees. Bongedde kwa details bakulisting wano degrees eziganiddwa ne courses eziri expired biri mu lupapula luno. Government asks donors not to cut HIV AIDS funds. Tanso okwegayirira kiki kivudde kuki bago liri ku Siyaga government efukamidde gabanete mutujjako buyambi ku Mukenenya wadde bago twaliisa lwakuba president anaba kulisayininga mutuyambe obuyambi ku Mukenenya temubukendezaako biri wano laba wano as if we didn't know the implications of what we are doing. Tuli mu kwegayirira. Ame takes private guard managers for retraining. Ame takes private guard managers for retraining. Hey. Ame. How is the Ame connected to private security guards? I thought this is entirely under the Uganda Police Force. Maybe I'm asking too much. Another manifesto week, government yet to pay war claimants. Government. Abalwanyi temuna kubasasula. Biri wano, PDM beneficiaries spend nights on Mbale streets. If the beneficiaries bakola ku street Mbale, biri wano. Ibasikoma wano. Tugende ku mukogo gwa ssanyu ogwokusatu mbukedde.
Naye omukogo gwa ssanyu ogw'olwaleero. Allah atusaasire.
Nereka ndabeko. Kuliko
omukogo gwa ssanyu ogw'olwaleero.
Kuliko kiku mukogo gwa ssanyu.
Ya Rabbi. Omukogo gwa ssanyu.
Tuketereze n'amaaso gange bulungi.
Kubanga omukogo gwa ssanyu leero.
Ho! Katanfiire mu lyato.
Omukogo gwa ssanyu.
Nkuyambeko.
Abeekawala bannyambe. Abeekawala. Kawala.
Abeeka.
N'omuntu ateekwa kubeera ntinda kisaase ekimubeeza ekawala kyakola.
Abeera kawala.
Kawala.
Amwerabireko.
Ya Rabbi.
Omukogo gwa ssanyu. Mashallah. Mashallah.
Namukafaananyiza nabbiira awo.
Akati.
Aliwo awo nti okukagamba kufaananyiriza okusagula naye nga.
Nesokola baga.
Waliwo wanfaananiddemu awo. Nabbiira waggulu awo.
Mashallah.
Ya Rabbi.
Kwata. Katubulemu tujje tutandikira awo.
Agempapula n'emikutu mugangamuka ku Baba TV. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.